This chap here is Neil Mohan, the CEO, the YouTube face that runs the YouTube place. And he has just announced a ton of new features, tools, and policies that are going to affect you, and most definitely you. Tech companies love big fall events. Apple have been doing it for years, and now YouTube is bundling all of its yearly plans into one big showpiece. There is an incredible amount to cover, so let's just jump straight in with the most important stuff, starting with monetization.
The one that stands out the most, that I actually didn't see coming at all, is the swappable brand slots. Pretty much, this is a long form video format that allows you to remove and swap the sponsored segment of a video. This can be removed after a deal ends, resold to another brand, or sold to multiple brands across different markets. I have so many conflicting thoughts already. The luxury of not having an old deal live on in history, now that is a gift. Another incredible thing about this being built into Studio is that it will allow you to have the analytics for your sponsored segments alone, because then you have the ability to negotiate with brands if you're making really good ads. Now, while this does create a very easy and very practical way of getting more sponsorships done, does it make them less effective because we know they're not going to be an organic placement?
Thanks, Shem. Now, this feature is due to start rolling out to a small group of creators early next year. Yeah, YouTube tends to do this type of thing at these events, announce stuff that is way off in the distance. That hype feature you've just started using, announced this time last year. Anyway, onto some more stuff. Shorts creators will soon be able to link sites specifically from brand deals, which will be extremely useful since YouTube killed links in descriptions for shorts some time ago. And on top of that, creators will also be able to show advertisers how their videos lead to sales with, to quote YouTube, data that goes beyond traditional metrics like views and likes. And now for the first mention of AI. Oh, come on, it's nothing scary these days. Manually tagging products in videos can be a bit of a time suck, so starting later this year, AI-powered systems will automatically display the product tag when mentioned in the video. And the shopping program is being rolled out to more countries, including Brazil, and more brands such as Etsy and Best Buy. Let's move swiftly onto some YouTube Studio upgrades now, and this first one confirms what's currently being tested at a limited scale. A/B title testing, which will allow you to test 3 video titles at the same time. When you combine that with the thumbnail testing feature that we all already have, this will enable creators to test 3 different titles, or 3 different thumbnails, or 3 combinations of any title and any thumbnail. As a channel that already has access to all of this, what we can say is that it's simple to use, but we never get the results as clear-cut as this demonstration. They're always much closer in score that doesn't reveal too much. Plus the usual complaints about watch time instead of click-through rate and not showing the share of impressions for each test. This next tool is already out in the wild, and you may have seen it in Mr. Beast Team Water video, which he collaborated on with Mark Rober. And that's a tool, collaborations. You can add up to 5 collaborators per video, which will get shown to the audiences of all of the participating creators. Although I'm not entirely sure how this works, because this collaboration video on Mark Rober's channel is something entirely different. What we can confirm from a monetization perspective, however, is that all of the revenue earned from the video, no matter where it's shared or discovered, goes back to the creator that posted the video in the first place. Next up, we have another AI assistant called Ash Studio that will be able to answer questions about your channel, which seems oddly familiar because we here at vidIQ have a tool called AI Coach that does exactly the same thing and is available right now. You can ask it anything such as do a channel audit and you'll have a comprehensive answer with actionable steps in seconds. There's a link in the description to get signed up, and I'll assume that YouTube's feature will do the same thing whenever that comes out. Okay then, auto dubbing into multiple languages came with a lot of promise this time last year. But the results were often, how shall I put this, 10 of 10 in the YouTube sense of the phrase.
We go over to the German dub, for example, it'll sound like this.
Heutzutage haben wir ein fantastisches Gerät, das Steam Deck.
For some reason, I am dubbed with a female voice, but it happens on every single language.
Hoje em dia, temos dispositivo fantástico, o Steam Deck.
But having said that, as long as we understand the concept of the technology going to be the worst it ever will be today, what is YouTube's hope for auto-dubbing tomorrow and beyond? Well, apparently something more like this.
Partendo appunto proprio dall'estetica, adesso inizio a raccontarvi le cose che cambiano. The aesthetics. Now I'll start telling you about the things that have really changed. First of all, the camera department. There have been some interesting upgrades in the Pro versions.
Yeah, I'll believe that when I see it and I hear it. Something you might not be aware of is YouTube's rollout of an AI detection system designed to protect your likeness on a platform. Similar to the copyright match utility, it should be able to detect, manage and request the removal of videos with your facial likeness. In other words, AI remakes of you. YouTube are classifying this feature as an open beta, and everybody in the YouTube Partner Program should have it soon. So, sorry, once again, non-monetized small channels. YouTube continues to throw as many tools as not humanly possible, but as AI possible at creators, and they're getting more and more out there. First, we have editing with AI that'll take your raw footage, a selected style, and create a first draft short for you.
I'm pretty sure I have finally perfected the ultimate gooey chocolate chip cookie.
And then we have, well, this.
Isn't it almost cuffing season? I know you're looking for that new date spot.
Isn't it almost cuffing season?
And inevitably, we have brand new video prompt creation tools. VO3, with its combination of visuals and sounds, blew everyone away earlier this year, leading to endless POV Bigfoot and Stormtrooper and influencer vlogs. And with this all now being baked into the YouTube app itself when creating shorts, you'll be seeing a lot more of it right now in the US, UK, Canada and Australia, with other countries to come soon. I remember when this technology first came out just a few months ago, and it cost, at least then, $200 a month. Now, just a few months later, it's free to everyone. That is incredible. And there's yet more still, including creating motion out of still images, as you can see here, stylizing a video into something completely different like pop art, and adding brand new objects to videos, such as a character or a prop. Live streaming. I'm not going to say that YouTube have been neglecting this side of a platform, but we haven't seen any big updates in a while. That, however, is about to change with a statistic of 30% of daily YouTube viewers watching live content of some kind. From a creator perspective, the most common sense, that's a good idea YouTube feature is the multi-format streaming tool. This means that you can broadcast in both horizontal and vertical video formats at the same time. So theoretically, somebody could watch you on a TV while somebody else watches you on a mobile phone, and the live stream chat is all unified into one place. And how about this one? Adverts that don't completely take over a stream, but run side by side with it. There's going to be a new clipping tool powered by AI that will hunt down highlights from the live stream and turn them into ready-made shorts. Reacting live to content on YouTube and sharing live stream events to combine content is being rolled out after a successful pilot. And something which I think will be an underrated tool is practicing going live without actually going live. Things inevitably always go wrong with live streams, and that's what I think puts off a lot of people going live ever. So to be able to practice going live with the training wheels still on lowers the barrier to entry, gives creators no excuse to at least give it a try. So Neil Mohan and the YouTube team have been pretty busy, haven't they? Yes, they have. And we'll be covering a lot of these features and more in detail as they trickle out to the creator community. In fact, one of those videos is right here, right now. So why don't you go watch it?